From the home of the Tigers since 2000, Comerica Park here in the Motor City, we bring you Friday baseball on the show. It's the Toronto Blue Jays and the Detroit Tigers. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And taking the ball for Detroit, Ty Madden. What do we have on him?
Well, they're going with the opener in this one, so this is an interesting look. He's probably only going to pitch an inning, maybe two at the most, and it's going to be unconventional. I think he's going to pitch backwards, more off speed, and then fastballs late.
All right, ready to go here. Here's George Springer to start it off. And we're underway in Detroit. That one fouled off. Here's a 1-1. That one ripped, but foul. Backed off the plate that time.
Straighten him up a little bit.
That one misses.
That pitch
so
is out.
Lead-off walk.
Now, this was a story we were paying attention to before the game. We've seen him give up walks in the past, and it's an issue once again early on.
So up next, Yohendrick Pinango checks over to first, back safely.
All one.
The 1-0. Late swing, foul to the left. Ground ball right side. The turn by McGonigal at second. A sensational double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Base is empty after the double play. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now.
Ball, that's out.
Two down, nobody on. There's the strike, 95 of that one. In the air, left field, and that's the third out. The Tigers coming up, no score. Back after this on the show. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And the starter for Toronto, Trey Savage. Chris, he's got the ability to take control of a game when he's out there.
Well, incredible mound presence, and he's going to attack hitters. Look at that strikeout per 9 ratio over 10 coming into this start. So he's a pitcher that wants the ball. He's aggressive. He knows that he can get the swing and miss, especially when he needs it most. We'll see how effective he is in this one.
Kevin McGonigal leading things off and takes a strike. Got him to chase one upstairs there. And a swing and a miss. One out. Let's take a check of the Tigers lineup. And Chris, this group has been struggling to put up runs lately.
Well, they haven't been on base a ton, and even when they are, they haven't been hitting very well with the runners on base. So they need a player or two to really step up, have some quality at bats, hit according to the situation, and sort of break out of this. I think if they do, the rest of this lineup will follow.
At the plate, Colt Keith. Hammered down the right side, but foul. And it's fouled away. That one way inside. Fights it off. You'll see another. And a ball evens the count. Out to short. Jimenez throw to first. Here tonight, an efficient start to the home first, 2 away.
Left fielder, Riley Green.
2 outs, base is empty. Riley Green now at the plate.
Seems like he's making contact with everything lately. Batting average this month over 400.
Just missed. That one almost got him.
Well, you've got to establish the inside part of the plate early, and that sends a message not just to this hitter, but to the rest of the lineup as well.
Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. Foul ball. Two. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Swings and misses, struck him out. We played an inning, no score. Back here in Detroit, and now for the Jays, Kazuma Okamoto. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Batting fifth, center fielder Dalton Varsho.
And now it's Dalton Varsho.
First pitch strike right there for him. He's going to have to do that consistently if he's going to give any length to his skipper.
Foul tip straight back, and that squared him up in the mask. That didn't feel good. Got him swinging. 1 out for second. 1 out, man at first. Jesus Sanchez digs in now. That finds the mark on the inside corner. Now this is a rocket to left. 2 down.
Batting seventh, second baseman Ernie Clement.
Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays. Second inning here, no score. That's to third, Keith. The throw to first. That ends the frame. Blue Jays held in check. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back at Comerica Park. Now here's the Tigers cleanup hitter, Dylan Dingler. Dingler, 27 years old, and he's usually a catcher. Today he gets off his legs a bit. He's the DH.
Well, I really like when a guy gets a break like that. He still gets to stay involved in the game. Instead of starting behind the dish, gets to hit, gets to rest a little bit, gets to watch the game from a different perspective.
This one in the air, center field. One away.
Batting fifth, second baseman, Gage Workman.
Now it's the second baseman, Gage Workman. In the air to left center, Varsho has a beat on it. 2 down.
Batting sixth, right fielder,
Zach McKinstry up now for the Tigers. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
2 down, nobody on. Swings through it for the K. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. We'll move to the third with no score. All set for the start of the inning. And now for the Jays, Andres Jimenez. Fought off foul. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And a good start to the inning.
Batting ninth, catcher Tyler.
Here's the catcher, Tyler Heineman. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively.
Ball, that's inside.
And another ball. Challenge from behind the dish here. And that just scraped the zone. The call is overturned. Still 2 challenges left for them. Next offering is fouled back. The 2-2. Top of the third, no score. And that one almost got it. Payoff pitch. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. And ball
Ball
four,
four.
2 aboard.
First base.
That one hurts right there, as they couldn't take care of the bottom of the order to start this inning. You turn the lineup over. Now this inning's set up to be something big for this offense.
And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. Walk to open the ball game. Yeah, that's fouled off. Just missed.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Late on that fastball.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Swings and misses, struck him out. And that is a big first out. 2 aboard with 1 out. Now here is Yohendrick Pinungo. He's 0 for 1.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Left field, Green on the run. That's out number 2. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Two aboard, 2 outs. So up next for Toronto, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
I'm curious how he decides to attack on the mound. This guy at the plate has been great hitting under pressure this year.
Fly ball down the line. And that drops foul.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Misses outside. Ball 1.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
2 on, 2 outs. In for a strike, and now just 1 pitch away from surviving the inning. What a stop. To first. Nicely done for the out. Home half of the 3rd coming up. No score. Back here in Detroit, bottom of the inning, Spencer Torkelson up now for the Tigers. Outside with a breaking ball. Fouled off down the right side. Ball on a strike. Fouled off. He was late. Here's a 1-2. Hauls it in, 1 away.
He put a really good swing on that pitch and hit the ball hard. You know, line drives won't always find a hole, but the more you can hit the ball like that with good exit velo, the better off you're going to be in the long run.
Now, Wenzel Perez.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
And that skips in the dirt. That one finds the zone. That's strike 2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Way inside. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Ground ball up the middle. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. And he'll just eat it. So that's an infield knock.
Gotta love the resiliency he showed in that at bat, battling with 2 strikes. Fielder got a piece of it, but the way that thing came off the bat, no surprise at all. He couldn't pick it cleanly. It's a very difficult play, and that swing definitely was deserving of a hit.
Jake Rogers
Inside, ball 1.
in now, takes ball 1 off the plate. And that's in there at the knees. Now he's challenging the called strike. And it's going to stay a strike. So they'll lose their first challenge. The 1-1. Fouled off left side. Man at first, 1 away.
That's ball 2.
Struck him out swinging. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Tried to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
So digging in, Kevin McGonigal. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Outside low. And that's ball 1.
Ball
looks
inside.
more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at bat strikeout.
Perez, the runner at first with 2 gone. Quick toss to first.
Safe.
Perez dives back in safely. That one misses. 3 balls, no strikes.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
Here's a 3-0. So a
That's
walk
ball 4.
puts runners
Take your
at first and second.
4 pitches. That's an easy walk, man. He could have walked me right there, Boo. The last one wasn't even close.
And up next for Detroit, Colt Keith. Grounded out his first time up. That's in for a strike.
Well, it's clear they're struggling with pitch selection today. Swinging it off-speed stuff off the plate. They need to be more patient and wait for the right pitch, not just the next pitch.
That one hammered, but pulled foul.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow, climb back into this at-bat through the count.
The Tigers looking to strike first here in the last half of the 3rd. Battling here as he fouls it away. The 1-2. In the air, right field. Sanchez on his way over. He's got it. And that will end the inning. On to the 4th, still scoreless. On to the 4th, and now for the Jays, Kazuma Okamoto. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Green settles underneath it, and there's one down.
Woo, He was all over that first pitch fastball, just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
And next for Toronto, Dalton Varsho.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Foul ball there. Gets the call, and it's 0-2.
He's been very consistent with his command out there on the mound, consistently throwing at the knees. Pretty impressive when a guy can repeat his delivery like this.
Here's a high chopper, Torkelson. He steps on the bag. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th.
Up next for the Blue Jays, right fielder Jesus Sanchez.
So up next, Jesus Sanchez. He's 0 for 1.
That's a ball.
Two down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Ball, that's in.
High fly ball, right field. McKinstry under it. Brings it in. And that is that. On to the bottom of the 4th now. Still with no score. Back at Comerica Park. Bottom 4, Riley Green up now for the Tigers.
Pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
He goes down looking.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. He got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
Next is the designated hitter, Dylan Dingler. In the air to left center. Varsho gets under it. And there's 2 away.
Up next for the Tigers, second baseman.
Here's the second baseman, Gage Workman. Fly to center his first time. And a foul ball. All tied up. We're here in the bottom of the 4th.
That's outside.
Swing and a miss. And it's 2-2. Next pitch misses. And it's a full count. Popped up. Jimenez. And that will end the inning. Through 4, still tied. Zip, zip. Back here in Detroit, and now for the Jays, Ernie Clement.
Ernie Clement.
Well, these
Ball, that's
Jays,
low.
as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Nope, outside.
The 2-0 is in for a strike.
Oh, you just got to tip your cap on that take right there. I mean, that's not the location you're hoping for and looking to do damage in a 2-0 count.
Here's a 2-2. Fly ball down the line. That one is foul, and he'll see another. The 2-2 now. This one in the air right field. And it's a foul ball. Next pitch inside. Full count now.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
It's a leadoff walk.
That's ball 4.
And that's the go-ahead run.
That could jumpstart an offense that's really struggled to score in this one. Don't want to wake a team up with the free pass.
Here's Andres Jimenez. 1 for 1. He singled to left his first time through.
Ball 1. Nope.
That
That's
one misses. 3. That's 5 straight.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Right through there for a strike. The go-ahead run aboard at first. Nobody out. That's out to center field. And there's one away.
Up next for the Blue Jays, catcher Tyler Heineman.
Here's A.J. Hinch heading towards the mound, and we're going to see a pitching change right here. Ty Madden is done, and that's an excellent job from the reliever in the starting role today. Gave him some length, back with a new arm after this.
Now pitching.
Righty reliever out of the pen, Birch Smith. He's been so good against lefties. Next to hit, Tyler Heineman walked his first time.
Off the plate, ball 1.
1 away, tie game. Go-ahead run stands at first. Runner on the go. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Check swing, but he went too far. That is strike 2. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. 1 away, tie game. Go-ahead run stands at first. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Out number 2.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup, and the batter is George Springer. Tap foul at the plate. Oh, great stop. Throw to first, and they get the out. Halfway through this one, still no score. Back at Comerica Park, we head to the bottom of the fifth. Zach McKinstry up now for the Tigers.
Well, these Tigers being a little too patient at the plate in this game. Sometimes it's a good thing, but today they're continuing to fall behind in the count, and that's adding a ton of pressure to their offense.
So the call will stand. So that removes their last challenge. 0-1. And that one fouled off. The 0-2.
Nope.
Oh, that got
Time
away
out.
from him.
Ball got
And
right
he's
there.
going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning. Here comes Torque to the plate. 0 for 1 so far.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
That one outside.
That's a ball.
Ball 1. Go ahead run at first. Nobody out. Last half of inning number 5. Quick move to first.
He's safe.
McKinstry back in on a dive. Right through there for a strike.
Ball. Down.
Lays out. Oh, it's off his glove. The throw is still in time, and they get it out of the play.
Great job by the second baseman right there. Quick reaction and dive, knock that ball down, and big leaguers just don't panic, not the good ones. He gets up, makes the play, really good throw over to first base. That's the kind of composure that you want to see from a guy in that position.
Go ahead run on base. Wenzel Perez will hit next. Reached on an infield single his first time.
Ball. That's out.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Man at second. Swings and pulls it foul to the right side.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
And that one ripped to left. 2 away down.
Up next for the Tigers, catcher Jake.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Jake Rogers getting ready to hit. Struck out swinging his first time. That's in there. Strike 1. Man on second, 2 down. Swing and a miss as he was out front. To the right side, Clement. Gets him easily, ends the inning. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far. Yohendrick Pinango now at the plate.
Left fielder, Yohendrick Pinango.
Hey!
Back up the middle and a base hit.
You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Nope. Ball one.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. A two-run homer. The Blue Jays on the board first. It's 2-0.
The one thing the pitcher didn't want to happen just happened. That's not an easy one to stomach. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Birch Smith out of the game. Two-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. New pitcher for the Tigers, Tyler Holt.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And now Kazuma Okamoto, 1 for 2. Fastball for a strike. Okamoto wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge, and they don't come much closer, but it was a ball. They'll keep both their challenges. Check swing, called strike. That's strike one. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now one gone in the top of the sixth. Here's the center fielder, Dalton Varsho.
Because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
Hard on the ground to first. Torkelson takes it himself, and there's 2 away.
Up next for the Blue Jays, right fielder, Jesus Sanchez.
2 down, base is empty. And now the right fielder, Jesus Sanchez. In the air to left center. He makes the grab, and that is that. The Jays get a pair on this homer. It's now a 2-0 ball game.
Now pitching for Toronto.
Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Yariel Rodriguez. He's making his 2nd appearance of the season. Kevin McGonigal getting ready to hit. He is struck out, and he is walked. That one
Oh,
missed.
that's just out.
Movement in the Blue Jays bullpen. Joe Mantiply, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Nance getting cranked up as well. Swing and a ground ball off the middle. That's a base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Now the third baseman, Colt Heath.
No.
And
Inside.
an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. Pretty close, but it was a ball. One challenge remaining for them now. That one finds the zone. That's strike one.
Now these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap, but you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
In the dirt, and the runner stays where he is. The Tigers with the tying run at the plate here in the bottom of the sixth.
Ball two.
That one at 95 missed up top, and the count's full. Riley Green would be next. Big bat with a potentially huge opportunity. And a payoff pitch. Oh, look at the stop. There's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Up next for the Tigers, left fielder.
Here's Riley Green.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. A 2-run blast, and they tie it up. It's 2-2.
Wasn't fooled on the first pitch at all. He squared it up right away. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Dylan Dingler up now for the Tigers.
Ball in.
The 1-0.
Nope. That's inside.
Rodriguez maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, pitchers, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
The 2-1. On the ground, out to short. Throw to first is in time.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Now it's the second baseman, Gage Workman. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly, but they get the out at first, and that'll do it for the inning. Detroit adds 2 on this homer. 2-2 game.
Now pitching.
Welcome
for
back.
the
We're in the
Tigers.
7th. We have a new pitcher on the
Number
mound, Kyle
67.
Finnegan. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. Leading off, Ernie Clement.
Second baseman, Ernie Clement.
No, that's down.
Activity in the bullpen for Detroit. Brant Herter getting loose for A.J. Hinch. The 1-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And that skips into dirt.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
That one misses, and that's ball 3. Popped in the air, left field. One down.
Up next for the Blue Jays, shortstop Andres.
So up next for Toronto, Andres Jimenez.
Yeah!
All tied up here in the top half of inning number 7.
Ball, that's upstairs.
The 1-1 is fouled off. One, 2 now. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
That's ball 2.
The next
Ball,
pitch
that's
misses,
inside.
and now it's 3-2.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound, he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
Payoff pitch. Some heat there at 98 miles an hour. Jimenez not happy about that called strike. Here's the challenge. And that one was indeed a strike. No challenges left for them now. The switch hitting catcher will come up to hit. Tyler Heineman.
That's out.
Two down, nobody on.
Ball.
In the air, right field. McKinstry drifts towards it, and that is that. Blue Jays go down in order. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2.
Now pitching for Toronto.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Joe Mantiply.
And one thing on him, he's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
Zach McKinstry up now for the Tigers.
Right fielder, Zach McKinstry.
And that is out of play. Just missed. Swing and a ball lifted left field. One up, one down.
Up next for the Tigers, first baseman.
And next up for the Tigers, Spencer Torkelson.
Ball, that's down. No, that's low.
inside.
Nope. That's
Ball
inside.
3. And he walked
That's
him.
ball 4.
And the go-ahead run is on base.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
And now the center fielder, Wenzel Perez.
Well, both sides equally as strong. So not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
This is
Ball,
again
that's
5 in a row. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. The Tigers with the go-ahead run at first. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Runner on the move. And a count 1-2.
Ball.
In the dirt. Nice job behind the plate there. On the ground right side. 4, 6, 3 double play.
He's out.
And the inning is over.
Well, the second baseman made that one look easy. Great feed to the shortstop. Shortstop completes the play. They get out of a jam and they end the inning.
Ready to begin the 8th. Now it's the Toronto designated hitter, George Springer. That's a strike at the top edge of the zone. It's 0-1. Tigers bullpen with some action. Kenley Jansen, the closer of the staff, is throwing.
Ball. Down.
The 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The 1-2. In the air, left field. That gets down for a hit. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely, and that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
So up next for Toronto, Yohendrick Pinango.
Good swing out of him last time. Ripped a liner into center.
Now a quick throw to first. Strong back on a dive.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Close, but call the ball. And that's ball 1.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get one out first. It's going to be tough to get 2 with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
Here's a 2-0. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Up next for the Blue Jays, first baseman Vladimir Guerrero.
Go ahead run on base. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. next up for the Blue Jays.
Coming off an absolute bomb in his last at bat.
Inside. Ball 1.
The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Strike in there. And that's a stolen base. Not even close. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position. Just missed. And there's the ball.
I almost feel like he's frustrated a little bit. He wants to be challenged.
Kazuma Okamoto on deck for the Blue Jays. That one is absolutely belted. That's got a chance. Going. Gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game. And they grab the lead in the 8th. It's 4-2.
That right there is a game changer, and it might end up being the most important swing of the game. That not only changes the scoreboard, but potentially the trajectory of the entire game. Always possible to impact the outcome with just a few swings, and that's what he's doing.
Here's the third baseman, Kazuma Okamoto, 1 for 3.
Oh, one.
And the 1-0.
Hey!
Two runs across in the inning, and we're in the top of the 8th. Good job to fight that one off. And a 1-2 again. Fights it off. He'll see another. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Another 1-2. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Line drive, base hit. So he ends up with a hit after seeing a lot of pitches. That was a good at-bat. And next for Toronto, Dalton Varsho. 0 for 3 in this one. And first offering is fouled off. Okamoto over at first with one away. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. McKinstry under it, and there's 2 down.
Up next for the Blue Jays, right fielder Jesus Sanchez.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Kyle Finnegan departs. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. So the Tigers get a new arm from the pen, Kiter Montero. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Now it's the right fielder, Jesus Sanchez.
Ball
Ripped, but it curls foul. Here's a 1-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. The 1-2. On the ground to the left. That's the inning. A couple of runs in the inning puts them ahead. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Blue Jays 4, Tigers 2. Back here in Detroit, bottom of the 8th. Jake Rogers up now for the Tigers. Activity in the bullpen. Jeff Hoffman, the closer, is getting ready and perhaps looking at a long save opportunity here.
Ball, that's outside.
Mantiply, a 6'4" lefty. He throws a curveball, a sinker, a changeup, and he works in a four-seamer. High fly ball, right field. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Tigers.
And here's the Tiger leadoff man, Kevin McGonigal.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. Always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
Fights that one away, still 1-2.
Ball 2.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The Tigers trailing by 2 here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Oh, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Joe Mantiply will depart, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. Tommy Nance into the game.
Well, he's a big-time strikeout guy out there. This season, averaging more than 1 per inning.
So digging in, Colt Keith. Two down, nobody on.
Nope, that's down.
Right side, Clement. There with plenty of time, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the Tigers. Still down by a count of 4-2. We go to the 9th, and now for the Jays. Foul ball. And the 0-1. And foul ball. And that's a strikeout looking. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Andres Jimenez next up for the Blue Jays. In the air to left center. And it drops in. And a man aboard.
Up next for the Blue Jays.
That ball right there landed in what they call the no man's land, meaning it's not really a spot on the field where you can expect anyone to get to it easily. I mean, it's a tough play going back for the shortstop, but also for the outfielders trying to come in. They got to go a long way as well.
That's a ball.
Heineman in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Jimenez, the base runner at first with one out. Line drive, that's a base hit out into left center field. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. And they'll have runners at the corners after a one-out single.
Up next.
Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap, and I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
And now the DH, Miles Straw. Called strike, a sinker at the bottom of the zone.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Two on, one out. This one in the air right field. Makes the grab.
Up next for the Blue Jays, left fielder,
Yohendrick Pinango next up for the Blue Jays.
Here he
Swing to
goes.
the first pitch, looked down to third, and he held up. The Jays trying to break this one open here at the top of the ninth. And another ball. This to center field. Can't get there. One run will score. Heineman rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score. 2 runs are in, and they're up by 4.
Gets the job done as he brings home a pair. When you flare a ball out behind second base, it's really a tough spot for anyone to get to, and you're never trying to do that as a hitter, but when you do, I tell you what, you're yelling at it the entire way to get down.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Kiter Montero done for the night, and he leaves a runner at third, so we'll see how the next pitcher deals with that when we get back. New pitcher for the Tigers, Grant Herter. This southpaw's been really good against left-handed hitters. And now the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's got a couple homers already, so can he possibly do it again?
Come on, man. Of course he can. Those 2 he hit were legit, and he looks pretty locked in right now at the dip. It's backed up a little bit, expecting it to go middle away, and it just sort of stayed on the inside corner. Probably good take, because he would have gotten jammed had he swung the bat.
Runner at third, 2 away. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. On the ground right side, and that's just foul. Off the
That's
mark
ball
there. Ball 2.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Stays alive. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Just
Ball 3.
misses. And it's 3-2. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Just missed his spot on the inside right
Up
there.
next for the Blue Jays, third baseman Kazuma Okamoto.
Kazuma Okamoto, the next to hit. He's been a great free agent sign. And that one fouled off. 2 on, 2 outs.
No, that's low.
Activity in the bullpen for Detroit. Kenley Jansen, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Here's a 1-1. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. In the air, right field, McKinstry settles underneath it, and that'll do it. But they pick up a pair here, both coming on this 2-run triple. It's now 6-2. Back at Comerica Park, we head to the bottom of the ninth. Riley Green getting ready to hit. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1.
Ball, that
Right
pitch is
now,
out.
you know you have to retire this hitter. If he gets on base, it could open up the floodgates for this offense to score some runs.
The 1-1. Swing and a ground ball. Oh, what a stop. Throws from the seat of his pants. It's there, and that's a great play.
Well, he makes a great decision to go ahead and dive to stop that ball. Nice little flip to the pitcher covering. Those are those PFPs, pitchers fielding plays.
So now here's the DH, Dylan Dingler. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. Pitch is in there. Strike 1. One down, base is empty here in the ninth. Pitch in the dirt, and now it's even 1-1.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
That pitch in for a strike, and the count is even 2-2. That one missed. The Blue Jays leading by 4 here in the last half of inning number 9. This one in the air, right field. Sanchez going back on it, and that one is foul, so we'll try it again. (3-2).
That was the emergency hack right there.
Payoff pitch on the ground. A dive. He's got it. Fires to first, and very nicely done for the out.
Well, you can see right there, he looks very comfortable going to the backhand. Nice diving stop. Gets up to complete the play. That'll fire the team up for sure.
So they're down to their final out. Here's the second baseman, Gage Workman. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Two down, nobody on. We're in the last half of the ninth inning. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. Nance is just one strike away.
Ball inside.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
Two down, nobody on. Got him, and that's the ball game.
The ball for his first career save deserves to be on display at his house. I mean, it's kind of like when a restaurant frames its first dollar bill somewhere on a wall. You just can't forget your first save.
And your final 6-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shaw.